Okay, so in this video, I'll be focusing on the upper receiver. Previously, in my part 1 video, I did the lower receiver and I completed that, which is right here. This is an AR9 pistol build. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to install the barrel. Right. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to apply some grease to the threads of the upper receiver here. So just gonna put some grease on there. And I just have a little paintbrush. I'm just gonna apply a small amount of grease onto these threads. So. Nice light, even coating. And I'll wipe off any excess. Okay. That should be good. Might be a little much, but that's okay. We'll wipe it off. All right, and then I'm also going to apply some to the outside collar of this barrel here. All right, that should be good. All right, so now barrels have this nice little nub that sticks out here, and it goes right into that notch, so you can align it properly. So there you go. That is aligned. And now we're going to take the barrel nut, slide that on, and just going to screw that right on. There we go. And what we need to do is, and I'm actually not going to show you this on video because I don't have my vise here. It's actually in my garage. But we are going to torque it down with I have a torque wrench, and it's this one, I believe it's 40 foot-pounds that I have to torque this down to. All right, and then barrel nuts. This barrel nut came with a little tool that you'll attach to the torque wrench, and then this is how you'll tighten it down. Now when you install it, you want to make sure that the notches are facing the muzzle end, as you can see. Okay, now that I've torqued down the barrel nut, I'm going to install the handguard. So I'm just gonna slide the handguard right through here, right onto the barrel nut, and there you go. Now, this one is a free-floating handguard, so this one comes with I think this is called a torque plate. So we're gonna drop this in here, making sure those holes line up. And then I've got some screws here that I have to torque down, and this is also to 40 foot-pounds. So I've got 2 of those. I'm just going to start hand tightening them. And then I have a torque wrench. And when you hear that click, that's when you've reached the appropriate amount of torque that you have it set to. There we go. All right, so my handguard is installed. Now, because this is an AR9 and it's blowback, this is an easier build because there is no gas block and gas tube. So that's it for the handguard there. So next we're going to install the muzzle device. Now I have the Wolfman key micro kit because I will be running a suppressor on this, which is this guy right here. And that's what this is. So this that suppressor will go right onto this muzzle device. There is a top and bottom to this. So one of the sides here has a hole there. That is the top. The bottom is flat. And then you have the ports on the sides to help with muzzle rise and the distribution of gases. So I already figured out how many shims I need to get it so that this is on top. And it's a small and a medium. The small has one notch in it. It's kind of hard to see up top there. And then the medium has two notches, if you can see that. It's not really coming into focus. So I'm just gonna place the shims and screw on my muzzle device. As you can see, it is, the hole is on top there, so it is lined up properly. And I'm gonna have to torque this down as well. Okay, so now that the muzzle device has been torqued down, all that's left is to reassemble the pistol. So it's going to be just starting with the charging handle. Just going to place it in, find the little notch, slide it in a little bit, and then the bolt carrier group. Slide that in, and they'll go in together. All right, so that is the upper. And let me zoom out here. So that is the complete upper. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my lower and I'm going to place it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the pivot pin first. So that's this guy. Push that in. And then I'm going to do the takedown pin. Now this is a little tight because of the Cerakoting, so I'm going to use a mallet to hammer that in. Hopefully that'll loosen up with cleanings. But that right there is the completed pistol. And just for fun, I'm gonna place the can on here. So, like I said, this is the Dead Air Wolfman key micro kit. So this muzzle device goes right with the can. There we go. And that is the full pistol. there is one more thing, actually, that I did want to throw on here. Let me turn this. So I did purchase an SB Tactical brace, so I'm going to throw that on as well. Now to install the brace, you actually have to pull up on this part to slide it into the buffer tube. There we go. It's got a couple positions. We got 1, 2, 3, and 4. It won't do the 5th position because of my enhanced castle nut here, but there we go. That's the completed pistol.